proper gym posture. The reason why we're filming this is that we found lots of people that go in the gym, they might follow a program exercise and they just work out and lift the weight. But if they don't have the proper gym posture, it's very difficult to drive the tension to the right muscle that he wants to train at the moment. So otherwise, if you don't have a proper gym posture, you can't drive the growth in the muscle mass and you can't lose weight. So here's a few areas we're going to address here. First thing is staying chest up. You're going to see a lot of these terms in the video, exercise video here. When you see those terms, pay attention back to this video here. So first thing, chest up. When you're doing any exercise, whether you're doing deadlift, you're doing barbell, squat, you're doing even just bench press or pull downs, the first key thing is you stay chest up. The reason why I stay chest up is that when we stay chest up, our back is not slumped like this. When we're back slumped, when we're doing any exercise, let's say push movement, we're going to use trap. Pull movement, we're going to use trap. And when we're lifting weight, if our shoulders are slumped, we're going to push tension on the lower back. If you're performing a lower back exercise, for example like squat or deadlift, if your shoulders like that, you're most likely to injure yourself. So making sure you stay chest up the whole time. And also when you stay chest up, your body, your mind is more connected. Second tip is that always keep your shoulder back and down here, okay? Now the reason why we do this is that this technique is to be used whenever performing a push and then a pull movement. For example, you're doing pull downs, you're doing push up, always keep your shoulder back and down. I'll explain why here. Now we can see that this is our scapular muscle here. The scapular stabilization is used for keeping our shoulder blades strong, so that when we push together, we're using our chest and we're not using the traps here. So, and also when you're doing pulling movement and with shoulder back and down, you can engage the lats much more. First, the shoulders up and forward, slide like that. When you're doing push, try to do a push. You're going to use shoulders and you're going to use trap. Try to do a pull. Yes, you're going to use trap as well and you're going to use lower back. So making sure shoulder back and down. When you see this term in exercise video, you see that? Now when it's push, it's more engaged with the chest. You feel it? And when you roll, try to roll, you're going to feel more on the back. So it makes your push and pull movement much more effective. Another one is that keeping our elbow tucked in here. So as you can see, when we're doing any movement, let's say when we're holding a bar, holding a dumbbell, it's very important to keep our elbow tucked in here, because when we keep our elbow tucked in, our tensions is more likely to be on the muscle that we want to target. For example, if you're doing bench press here, arm straight. If you keep your elbow flat out, you're going to use your shoulder. You're going to injure your shoulder. Tension is not on the chest. So if you shoulder down, tuck in your elbow slightly. Now when you push, it's going to drive tension towards the chest versus the elbow flat out. You push, you see the muscle is not engaged. So making sure keeping your elbow tucked in whenever you're doing push movement and also pull movement makes the tension much more stable and much more effective to drive to the muscle. Another tip is that keeping your core tight. Now, what is the core? Core is not just our abs here, not just our lower back. It's actually all around your waist area. So making sure your ab core, which will refer to your abs here and also your lower back here. And another easier way to understand is that keeping your whole body tight. When you keep your whole body tight, your core is tight as well. If your core is not tight, try to loosen up your core and try to push. The tension is everywhere. So you're not concentrating the right tension to the right muscle group that you want to target. Now try to keep your core tight and you do movement nice and slow. You're gonna feel that muscle much more, right? Versus your core is just loosen up. It's more like a party here. So making sure you're keeping your core tight, especially doing compound movement like barbell deadlift, barbell squat, and push up those movements. All right. Another tip is the mind-muscle connection here. I'm sure that you hear lots of these terms when you're doing a fitness program here. Now, the reason why we're using this term is that in our exercise video, you hear us talking about lots of the term of drive. When you hear the word drive, what we mean is that we want to use the specific muscle group to do the exercise. So you're putting tension there. You're not just using purposeless exercise. For example, when you're seeing split squat, chest up, on the way down, he's going to stay tight. On the way up, he's going to drive with this quad muscle. So drive with this quad, keep tension here, stay tight. And remember, Don't use other parts, for example, like your back leg, your hamstrings, and your lower back to do this exercise. Making sure once your form is right, only use this muscle, so they will drive the most growth and release more lactic acid to burn fats. So now the mind and the muscle, they're connected. When they're connected, you're most likely to produce more tension. You feel more here, right? When you do split squat, you want to keep tension most likely on here, not on the other areas here. And you're gonna achieve the muscle stimulation much more effectively. Remember this, when every rep has a purpose, every rep has a result.